Today I had a really bad day, and I'd like to do the recap on that. I had a very heavy loss on Tesla, and for multiple times I traded that, tried to go short on that, and I really ended up with a really bad loss on that, unfortunately. All right, good morning everybody. Let's do the recap. Sorry, I moved to a new place. My background is pretty light, and I have to put a light for my face. So sorry if today is very bad trading. So bad. The camera is really bad. Today I had a really bad day, and I'd like to do the recap on that. I had a very heavy loss on Tesla, and for multiple times I traded that, tried to go short on that, and I really ended up with a really bad loss on that, unfortunately. So there is not much to recap, but and I don't want these recaps to be about how much I made and how much I lost, just to brag or something like that. But there's one thing that we can talk about is that Tesla, I personally am very pessimistic about this company and the valuation that this company has. And I have always this short bias on that. And, I was reading today on Bloomberg actually that, I should bring that here. So Bloomberg, that it was saying that this is the first year over year that Tesla is dropping the deliveries. The first year over year since pandemic. So, the company reached to a maturity level, so the competition is really picking up with that. So Tesla deliveries fell from a year ago. So that, again, last time that it was like this was pandemic. And the valuation is really high on Tesla. So I was having this really bias on Tesla that this is going to go lower. And if you look at the daily chart, on March 15, we tested 160. And I think the fair price of Tesla as a car company should be around below that. But the market doesn't seem like that. Market still believes that Elon Musk can, change the business model and, add some more additional revenue to that or something like that. That's why these gaps are really being bought back up. So, at the open, when the delivery numbers came in the pre-market, so let's take a look at it. In the pre-market, when the delivery numbers came in from 173, sold off all the way up to 162, did this really nice double bottom. But really at the open held this level. Let me see if I can bring my pen. Big pen, yeah. So it really held this level, and I had this short bias on that. So even on jumping the short in the first minute, I thought that is going to really go down and I'm going to miss the boat. It went up, came down, I added more short on that, and it came back up and I got to stop out. So the first trade was really a mistake just because I had this bias that the Tesla has to go down, and I just kept shorting it, and it came above, and 5 minute eventually became actually really nice higher high and higher low for a good period of time, but I still had this short bias on that. So see, this is kind of a higher high and higher low. This is kind of a bullish pattern. Even though the stock was gapping down 6%, it was kind of bullish, and I had this really bias that it has to go down, and I kept shorting it, and I was getting stopped out at the high of the day. So it was just not tradable. It was really vigorously was trading between 167 and 164, and now finally maybe it starts going down after about 1 hour of trading. But again, you just have to not have that bias and see what the price action. If I didn't have any bias toward Tesla, I would have probably not shorting it, or maybe just trading it to the long side, because the price action at the open was more bullish than bearish, even though the price was gapping down 6%, but it was more bullish than bearish. So it turned out, and I'm trading large share size, so every time you 5,000-10,000 shares, you do 5-6 trades on it, and then you really adds up like $65,000 loss on that. So, and I tried to go long on it, and it did pop up a little bit, but even the longs didn't get any breakthrough. So it just turned out to be a nightmare trading. I also did one trade on NVIDIA. NVIDIA sold off, came squeezed above the VWAP. That's usually a really good sign. This is squeeze candlesticks, a really good sign. So I went long, I added more, it really dropped below the VWAP and I got stopped out. I don't really blame myself on this one that much. Really doesn't bother me because a lot of time this trade works, and if you manage it properly, you can get at least toward the high of the day. So at least I was expecting that we can go toward the high of the day at 889. But again, risk to reward was there for me, so I'm not really not bothering myself for not trading that, for trading that and having that loss. But Tesla, I mean, I should have probably not having this bias, just having this bias of Tesla has to go down, impacts my trading. And the bias that I'm having is even for the longer term, for the longer term, it's not even for the short term. I think Tesla should go lower as a company, but that doesn't mean anything because the market can stay irrational longer than you actually stay liquid. So that's it. And then this week we have a presentation. I think Thor is today. It's a really good presentation, and then everybody is here on Friday, and then we have our summit on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The Peak Capital traders have a reception on Saturday in the office, and everybody is on Sunday, and then we have the dinner with the family on Sunday night at the hotel, and then Monday we start early in the morning, we do the live trading, continue the presentation, then the breakfast, and then we end up at 1. And we have the traders for a cause also after market close. They're coming, they have their own guests, humble traders coming, and we're gonna have that as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. So I probably don't take any other trade. I think Brian, you traded AMD a couple of times. How was your trading day?
No, I shorted it at the open. I kind of waited because to do a trade this morning, just because I kind of thought we were going to be volatile at the open, up and down. Market was going to try to figure out which direction to take, but AMD started breaking down, so I shorted it. And then just around 9:50, I took it long because it looked like it had found a bottom and got a nice move back up. And then went flat just before, sold everything just before the JOLTS number and factory orders number came out at 10 o'clock. So had a couple of good trades on AMD and traded our Reddit with John, one of our other moderators in the room. He had pointed out that that Reddit was actually green. It was breaking out, and I could see the liquidity through 48. So took it long and got a nice move through 48. So that was the day.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, again for watching, and I'm really excited to see everybody in Vancouver. Thank you for your support, for signing up, especially the early ticket guys. You gave us the motivation to just do it better, with the interest that you guys showed. Thank you so much, and see you guys tomorrow in the chat room.